The situation is about to get ugly for Australia's biggest companies as they announce their results over the next few weeks and reveal what impact cost of living pressures are having on their profits. From that, we'll get an early warning sign of where the economy is headed.
You've got consumer sentiment sitting at levels we haven't seen essentially since the GFC or the depths of COVID-19. So it really shapes up to be potentially a very volatile reporting season.
Back in November, consumers splurged a record $35.8 billion at the shops. But household goods, clothing and department store sales have since dropped by up to 10%, and things will probably get worse.
Most of them will report decline in their sales, and that will be quite negative for those companies because, remember, they are fixed cost businesses. They have to have people in those stores.
Property and construction firms are likely to be feeling the pinch as well. Their wages bill and raw material costs have risen dramatically, while their customers are also struggling.
Buyers are under a lot of pressure with all those interest rate increases, so companies like Stockland and Mirvac, they'll be really interesting to see their results.
Everyone's got to eat, even in tough times, so companies selling food and essentials are likely to do well, among others.
We think the insurers will do well. They're seeing higher premiums, higher revenue growth. At the same time, they're seeing costs coming down. The other sector we think will do well is leisure. That's supported by very strong demand.
While the likes of Qantas and Flight Centre are on track for strong profits for the past financial year, be prepared for some turbulence ahead.
Consumers are going, I can't afford those overseas holidays from now on, and you'd want to look to their numbers and particularly their outlook to say, are they looking forward to more really strong growth, or are things really going to slow down?
A lot of companies won't give any outlook guidance just because of how uncertain it is. So that will lead to a revenue downgrade and margin downgrade.
While the Reserve Bank has taken some pressure off further rate hikes, the full impact of the previous dozen has yet to be fully felt, though money markets are betting there could be at least one more.
I think there is real concern that there will be a recession and that will impact small businesses. It will absolutely impact restaurants, but I think medium-term things are not too bad.
Another concern is China's economy, which is struggling to recover from the pandemic. And given it's Australia's biggest trading partner, any slowdown there will affect our economy and the dividends that our largest companies are paying.
I worry that a lot of investors may be disappointed by the dividends and what we see in August.
So even if you haven't bought shares in Australian companies, you would own some indirectly through your super fund. Ian Patrick manages the retirement savings of millions of Australians and says the results of one reporting season won't matter much in the grand scheme of things.
To the extent that we enter into a period of protracted economic weakness, that definitely will weigh on returns in the longer term.
But in the short term, investors are holding their nerve.